Well, ladies and gents, Phil Spencer confirms all first-party Xbox Series X games are gonna come to PC. Phil Spencer was speaking to Game Reactor. He says there is this expectation from customers, like there is now on PC, where people don't really question. There might be some timing things on when certain things happen, but if we are shipping a first-party game, it's coming to PC. If we are shipping a first-party game on PC, it's coming to Steam and our own store. So he confirms that all the first party games that are going to be on Xbox is gonna eventually come to PC. It's going to be a timing thing, but it's gonna come to PC. He also admits that the fact that we sell our games on PC does undermine one of the value proposition in that it doesn't force somebody to go buy our console. Our high level goal inside of our own team of how we measure ourselves is how many people are playing on Xbox. And when we say playing on Xbox, it doesn't mean an Xbox console. It means somebody who is logging in and playing a part of our ecosystem, whether first party or third party, and it could be an Android phone, it could be on Switch, it could be on PC. That's how we think about it. So how the world is advancing with all these streaming services, even in the gaming. Obviously the mentality here is it's not just Xbox, it's going to be all our online streaming, all our PC and everything. Anybody who plays remotely anything Microsoft, we consider that as part of our ecosystem. And you can kind of see their point by the business perspective. Obviously if somebody's playing any of your system, it's still a win-win. But one might also think that this kind of undermines all the Xbox feel for it. Why would somebody buy an Xbox if it's eventually gonna come to other things? To that, I'm gonna say one thing. It's a timing thing. Let's say a game comes to Xbox, but it will take a year to come to PC or anywhere else. Are you still going to wait a year? Maybe there are some hardcore PC fan who would still wait for a year just to play it on PC. But let's say Cyberpunk 2077. It got released in 10 December. Are you going to wait a whole year to play Cyberpunk 2077? Because I would not. So things is like this. It's a value for money thing. Some things are so hyped up, you have to play it when it releases. Otherwise, what's the point? So Xbox still has appeal. They are going to be game. They are just going to launch on Xbox exclusivity. And at the same time, Microsoft and Phil Spencer also retains some kind of moral high ground. That they are not buying Bethesda. They are not buying all things just to force people to buy Xbox. They consider all of their platforms their own. So whether you buy it on PC or Xbox or somewhere else in some streaming service, we are fine. So this way they get moral high ground, this way they get money, because it doesn't matter if you play it on PC, Xbox or some streaming platform of their own, Game Pass. They are going to make money regardless, and they will have high moral ground. So Phil Spencer, Microsoft, this is a genius stroke from them. At the graphic card news, AMD launched RX 6000 series and they're claiming can beat RTX 3080 and RTX 3090, the flagship of Nvidia cards. They said by the looks of the benchmark, the new RX 6800 XT does trade significant blows with the Nvidia RTX 3080 in a host of top games, with all settings maxed out. In fact, we are looking at some clear wins too, with games like Forza Horizon 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare pumping out more frames per second than the rival Nvidia cards. At 1440p, at 2K, we have another couple of clear wins for the 6800 XT against the RTX 3080, including Wolfenstein Youngblood and Doom Eternal. This is ridiculous. The top Nvidia graphic cards are getting beat by AMD. We have not seen something like this in a long time. They have put out some benchmarks. In here we can see AMD Radeon RX 6800 XT at 4K gaming. It beats Nvidia 3080 in Battlefield 5, in Borderlands 3, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It underperforms a bit in Division 2, but not by much. Same thing with Doom Eternal. It just kind of underperforms, but has a clear win in Forza Horizon 4. Gears of War 5 underperforms in Resident Evil 3. At par with Nvidia in Shadows of the Tomb Raider, and underperforms in Wolfenstein Youngblood. So it has clear-cut wins somewhere and some losses somewhere else and some at the par. So it feels like it's equivalent card to RTX 3080. And what's ridiculous is this AMD card uses less power than Nvidia. I have never seen that one. In my mentality has always been the AMD are power hungry cards, but in here it's clearly more efficient. Another benchmark of AMD Radeon RX 6800, it goes toe to toe against RTX 2080 Ti. 2080 Ti, just a year or two ago it was the benchmark card, and this RX 6800 is clear cut beating it. Not just some by minor things, it's just clear cut wins. In Battlefield 5 it's a massive difference, Borderlands 3 massive difference, and as you can see in the chart there are clear wins, and only in Division 2 it's par with it. So if you are the kind of person who's like, you know what, I can't afford too powerful of a card but I still want good enough, this RX 6800 sounds like it would be an awesome choice, because it beat last generation Nvidia's top card 2080 Ti. What more could you need? So this is an awesome news, and clearly AMDs are going to be cheaper than Nvidia, so this is going to be awesome. AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT, this is the top end of it. It goes toe to toe with 3090, the new 90 series from the Nvidia. I thought when the 3090 launched that like Nvidia is going to be untouchable, but look at that here. Battlefield 5 again AMD won, Borderlands 3 AMD won, Call of Duty Modern Warfare AMD won, and then some losses in Division 2, Doom Eternal, but then again massive victory in Forza Horizon 4, Gears of War 5. So it's win loss, but it's going toe to toe with Nvidia's the top card, and I feel like these cards are going to be cheaper than the Nvidia ones. So we are at the time where AMDs are going toe to toe, not just toe to toe but beating the top Nvidia cards. This hasn't happened in an extremely long time. It's been so long that it might as well be forever. So this hasn't happened in forever. My mentality has inbuilt this thought that AMDs are usually for budget, and if you have really good enough money, really good enough budget, you always buy Nvidia top cards. But that mentality is going to change now because of this. AMD is coming strong, and clearly AMD is going to be kind of cheaper than the Nvidia counterparts. And not just that, AMD uses the less power, it's more efficient. This is the weird time we live in. And to the follow-up to the yesterday's news, Cyberpunk 2077 devs are getting death threats over the delay. Yesterday they announced that there are going to be more delays, 3-week delays to the launch, and we knew this is going to cause lots of outrage. So they are getting death threats now. Andrzej Zadowski, yeah, that's the name, he said on the Twitter, I want to address one thing in regards of the Cyberpunk game delay. Understand you feeling angry, disappointed, and want to voice your opinion about it. However, sending death threats to the developer is absolutely unacceptable and just wrong. We are people just like you. It's not about just being unacceptable. It's just a game, man. Chill out. Death threats, really? So I knew this was going to happen because they hyped it up so much that delays are not going to be received any kindly. Because one thing is a fact, massive amount of people, most people don't see the reason when it comes to things like this. They can't just tolerate delays. So I hope this is the last delay, otherwise things are going to get out of control. More on that, the issue that just 24 hours before they said that it's a full confirmation to somebody on Twitter that there is not going to be delay, and less than 24 hours later they said that there is going to be delay. Why is that? So they clear things up. Corporation and singular entities, of course. In a reply, Fabian Mario Dola explained that the delay wasn't free knowledge at the time of posting. He's the one who posted full confirmation, leading to the unfortunate assurance. Thing is, we are a public traded company and it's almost impossible to tell every employee beforehand, Dola tweeted. Mainly because of legal reason. Long story short, CP Twitter did not lie on purpose, I simply didn't know. Apologies. So the point is, they didn't even tell anybody in the team that there are going to be delay. They sent everyone email at the time of the tweet. So you can't really fault people for not knowing it. But Death Stress, this is getting out of control. I hope they release it at 10 December, otherwise this is getting all out of control. Alright people, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and show your support. This is a new channel, your support is appreciated.